guys, welcome back to the Mikey Side Podcast. You have the real owner KP.
Pretty Red Teal, 2B's_Teal.
And we've been gone for a little minute, but we're back again. You know how things happen. So today's topic is basically about conflict.
All types of conflict.
All types of conflict. How would you...
Physical, arguments, how would you maneuver? You know, all that.
Yes, and how would you, if you was in the person's shoes, how would you react to it?
Right.
So, we're going to start off with the first one, had Instagram, all social media platforms going berserk for going on a whole month now. The Oscars.
Oh, I wanted to say which one? Yeah.
The Oscars.
It's sad. It is played out. I'm over it.
To me, honestly, I feel like Will Smith definitely, it's a time and place for everything. A time and place for everything. And I feel like at the end of the day, he thought the joke was funny at first. Until he looked over and seen his wife's reaction. So he did what he did. But it's like, I don't know how true it is now. But it's like, they saying like Will's not going to be on the red table talk anymore. And things like that.
They did say so they got a whole season. He's not on the lineup. They said that they won't addressing it. From my understanding, Jada was like, oh, well, I didn't tell him to do that. I think he overreacted, which I think is really weird to
Messed
say.
Up.
I feel like he already been ostracized by everybody else. I feel like if that is your partner and it has something to do with you, you supposed to
stand beside your man.
You say what you say behind closed doors. But you stand beside him.
Exactly. And then you think he overreacted, but when the camera went, it was another footage of after he did it. She was laughing in her seat, clapping. Yeah. But now you gotta act a certain way.
Laid all up on him and shit.
Exactly.
So I just feel like, I don't know if it was like, oh, you're getting all of this backlash, so I have to keep myself outside of that because people are involving me. But you're the one that got people laughing at your relationship anyway.
Exactly. You're the reason why y'all the talk of the town. Look how you exposed how you were so deeply in love with Tupac. And then August Alsina come out and say he had an entanglement with you. And now everybody's saying, wow, Will ain't have this same energy with August. But at the end of the day, y'all have an open relationship. So
that
Will already knew.
And I just feel like that he shouldn't have had that energy for August because if you have an open relationship, and from my understanding of what I've heard, because I could be mistaken, because I haven't heard all of it.
Right.
But the bits and pieces that I've heard, it's only open on her end. So,
wow.
It's that kind of thing. And I just feel like there shouldn't have been no smoke there. Whatever they got going on in their relationship that they agreed upon, they should have kept that shit to themselves. It got put out, and we all are entitled to opinions, and you know the internet want to run with a fucking opinion. So I get it, but I feel like that didn't have nothing to do with him smacking Chris Rock.
And I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like Chris Rock was wrong because at the end of the day, everybody know that Jada has that health condition. You feel? Excuse me.
And then they like, oh well, he didn't know. I'm like, well, she talked about it publicly several times at that point she had.
Exactly.
And we all know now because it happened.
And then another thing, it's just more the fact how you're a hypocrite because you're the same person that went around and made a whole documentary about how people.
Did you realize how he talked about people in that documentary?
I didn't watch it. I just heard people talk about how he had the documentary about how females don't play about their hair. So why would you go on live television and make a whole joke about a woman that's going through alopecia?
Because I think in the documentary, it wasn't like he was sensitive to anything. He was just basically saying like what you go through, perming your young kids' hair and all of that type of shit. He go overseas where they make the weaves and stuff like that, where most people get their hair, their Indian raw, their whatever. And it wasn't from a place of like sensitivity. It was a place of like information. So that was like, I understand what people saying. Like I get what you saying too, but it wasn't a place where like, oh, let me open your eyes to this kind of things that people go through. It was more so like, oh, this is what black women do with their hair. It was that kind of thing. They perm it.
I wonder do he has a wife.
I think he is married, but I don't know. They from the industry say that Chris Rock is an asshole. Like he's
one of them people that's kissing ass to stay in his spot. That's how I feel. He's gonna do whatever the YT people say.
I think he's funny though.
Yeah, he is funny. Everybody Hates Chris was my shit. You feel me? Like, Everybody Hates Chris was definitely my shit.
But the difference between that is he produced it. He didn't he wasn't physically there. He wrote a lot of jokes. He produced it. He could tell you the feeling that he wanted to have. Just like if you watch the stuff that he in, like I think he's funny because he's weird to me, and I like weird people are funny to me. So, and it also depends on your kind of humor.
Right.
Everybody don't got the same kind of humor.
No, and I hate a person that don't have a sense of humor because I love funny people.
I like dark humor. I like all kinds.
Yes, of I like for the comedians, the comedians that we grew up. I love that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Bernie Mac is one of my favorite comedians.
Everybody's so sensitive.
Now, yeah, the new century is definitely too sensitive.
Everything is you being bullied. Everything is like I feel like old days being like not to say that being bullied or being a bully is fun, but it builds character. It's like if you was born rich, you don't know what it's like to struggle to get rich. You know what I'm saying? So if you are catered to in that type of sense where nobody ever says anything that's a ha-ha joke against you, you don't know how to react when somebody don't like you or don't like something about you. I feel like if somebody says something to you or about you, you know, especially in our community, we gon' what? I'm gonna talk about your mama. We gonna go. And from a young age, so it's kind of like, oh, we jonesing with you,
yeah,
whatever you like to call it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's one of those type of people. But in the situation that we talking about, because you know we like to get sidetracked,
right?
In that form of conflict, I just feel like Will reacted off of
emotion,
not even his own emotion for real. It
off
was just
her
like,
emotion,
like when you connect to somebody. If somebody was talking about you when I'm with you, you be like, bro, what's up?
Right. So it's like once he look over and see how she, okay, now I gotta get on your ass. But it's like now he done lost so much endorsements and his movies and new things that he was got coming out is pushed back on hold. I feel like they shouldn't do that though.
I feel like y'all doing the most.
They doing the most.
And not to say that like don't say anything about the situation that happened because it was a public thing, so it's gonna be talked about. But I feel like all of these people feel like it's their duty to hold him accountable. Like he held himself accountable. Exactly. He came up there, he said what he said, he apologized. From my understanding, they talked in the back.
Right.
I'm not saying shit till I get paid. So something
is going on. Facts. I mean, what more can you say? You took a jab at his wife, and then I also heard
he apologized.
And I also heard that he always take a jab at Jada though.
No, so previously she said boycott the Oscars, but because Will was nominated for an Oscar,
that's why they went.
Up. You asked all of the people of color not to go to this thing, and just because they decided to nominate your man, y'all went. You could have said, well, except from at home.
Right.
You could have said, well, I still stand where I stand. I won't be present, but my man is.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all did that. Y'all did a whole thing, and when they weren't present, he made a joke. And it could have been distasteful. I can't recall the joke.
Right. Because I don't watch the Oscars.
If you are a topic when it comes to the Oscars, I have to. People gonna be talking like, "Oh, Jada and them not here," so I'm gonna say something so they can get that out of their system and we can go on with the Oscars. And I feel like that might have been the year where they told Kevin Hart he couldn't host the Oscars because he had said something about the LGBTQ community, and I don't feel like they should have held him accountable. Everybody says things in the heat of the moment that you might not wholeheartedly mean.
Right.
And then you could mean it at that point in time, but you educate yourself and you learn and you go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like stop being so sensitive. Like
they be very sensitive. I feel like if I was Jada in that predicament, I would feel some type of way too because I have a health condition. And that, like, you could claim you didn't know, but so many, the people in the room wasn't even feeling the joke like that because it's like, we know this lady talks about her, like, she came on live and said, like.
But it really wasn't even a disrespectful joke. G.I. Jane did her thing in that movie. Like, I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't. But I know she was bald.
Demi Moore, she played in G.I. Jane, and I haven't seen the movie in years, but it's basically like, she came through and did her thing. You know, G.I. Joe was a soldier. He did his thing. Okay. She did the same thing. Like, she came through, she fucked shit up, and she did what she had to do in the movie. Pretty much. And she was bald. It was a low cut. But it's like, You could have not. It was
like
distasteful.
Yes, like
I'm not gonna say it was like very offensive. He didn't say you was like somebody bald headed ass. Like he ain't go there. It was distasteful. He could have just left it out. But like they said, he's not in the word.
Exactly. But I wonder, was it written or did he come up with that joke himself? Because I know most of the TV, I know most of the awards, they do have a script that you're reading from.
So at the end, they tell you like,
yeah.
And you can see when they stand up there, they read the prompt.
Yeah.
The prompt is behind the camera.
So that's what I'm saying. I wonder, did he make that joke or whatever? I feel like Will should have waited, you know. It's a time and place for everything. That's how I feel about it. I feel like now, for sure, if Chris Rock ever talk about anybody else here, he's going to second guess it because he won't want to get slapped.
And then how all the other comedians was like, people are going to feel like they can. No,
they're not.
You are you. And you see somebody coming up, don't keep keying that.
Exactly, because he waited till some up, and now Will Smith.
And I couldn't have been Chris Rock.
Me either, because I would have slapped your ass.
We would have been rumbling.
We would. Next year, neither one of us is going to be able to come back to the Oscars. Because you know they said Will can't come back for 10 years or something like that.
Which I was boycotting, so who cares?
Exactly, he's not going to care.
So let's leave on that note. So let's talk about Mr. DaBaby.
One thing, I ain't gonna hold you. I fuck with DaBaby though, shawty. I fuck with him. I fuck with DaBaby because it's like I feel like he's one of those person like he gonna stand on what he say. He gonna do what he want to do.
And he's still young.
And he's still young
as a man.
You know what I'm saying? And we all know men. It takes a little more for men to be a little mature and let shit slide. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like. Somebody out there. Somebody out there.
So this is what in a nutshell, what I have to say about him is like, I like DaBaby. Don't get me fucked up. I do. However, in most of his altercations or situations, he don't really hold himself highly accountable. He kind of like, well, I did do this, but he do a lot of, but
excuses. And one thing I don't like is excuses.
Right, and he do a lot of that from what I'm seeing, and like. Just like the incident where he killed the dude or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like, they bringing that back up. And that's all the buzz. They showed a little video clip or whatever. And they say like he lied. He said that the dude rushed him first. Or he swung on him or he did something. But if you watch in the clip that they got on the internet, because I did not see the full footage.
Right. And it's from a certain angle too.
Right. It's like dude stepped back and then he step up and he rushed him. But my thing about it is if we're having words and you move funny, who's to say I'm not going to do the same thing? Because it's like, again, you got to remember where we come from. Yes. Like
we ain't letting nobody hit us first. I was taught that. I don't care if you far away from me, like you said, if you move a certain way, I feel like I'm targeted. So I was always taught, you don't let nobody get this close to you. If I can feel you, I have to feel my breath on my hand, like I can feel like that air. You too close to me. I'm not even going to allow no one to walk.
Because first of all, you should. If I can reach out and touch you, you're too close to me.
I'm not going to allow no one to walk up on me. So I'm going to hit you first. So
they did say that the little dude had the gun on him or whatever, and the people in the store, like they said, they have witness accounts and all of that. That's what helped them get off
the first time.
So, but the family at this point, like they don't feel like it was
a fair trial.
Right. I mean, you lost the whole person. Yeah. Nothing about anything in the justice system when you lose somebody is going to be a fair trial.
And you don't know the laws in
North Carolina. But I just feel like nothing when you lose somebody, because I done lost people in my family. Right. Nothing that the fuck y'all can say is going to make me feel better. No matter what time you give them, none of that.
Because justice still is, justice is justice, but that's still not going to bring your loved one back. At the end of the day, that's how I look at it. And I do feel like people need to be accountable and they should get years for things if it's evidence and proof. Right. I do feel like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But I also feel like the laws are not made for us.
It's not.
They've never been made for us. So it's that too. You got to remember, like, just because it's legal don't mean it's right. Like, slavery was legal. And like when they freed them, slaves got slaves because they thought that's what you were supposed to do because it's the law, it's legal, it's a form of business. But you don't want to be owned by nobody, so like you gotta remember that just because it's legal does not mean that it's right. The legal does not mean right.
Right.
They just don't. And I just feel like with the baby, he just, like I said, he is a very aggressive person.
He is, and the things that like. The things that's been going on from, and I'm gonna take it back from last year when he was at Rolling Loud. He said that's something he said. Then
that was because you're not informed.
Exactly.
And I think it was a moment of like, again, we say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take this to heart. He didn't really. He really didn't say like anything very offensive. It's something you'll be like, oh, again.
He trying to get the crowd. That's what he's trying to do.
Again, they said he should have said, if you fucking with me, put your hands up.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have went.
But that's the thing about it, like, people gonna say what they want to say at the end of the day.
Right.
So,
but
with that situation,
that shit get you in trouble.
Exactly.
You're supposed to say.
That situation, and then the person that came to his crib.
Oh, and he shot him.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't kill him.
But we out here. I'm in a place that I don't know very well. I know that ain't nobody supposed to be here.
Right.
So when you here, you come in and do harm to me. Like Pop Smoke got killed. You feel me? Like, and it's other instances of that, but that's the one that came to mind. So I spoke on it. Right. But it's like,
but that is one person that was in LA at the time, and someone came inside his home.
So it's like, not necessarily you should just shoot people fly by night, but at the same time, like, I don't know if you got a gun. I don't know what you got, and I hear rustling, or I see you coming this way, or whatever it may be. I'm on defense mode.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's the thing about him too.
He's very on defense. And I feel like one thing about it, our color, we're more type of people like, I'm gonna get you before you get me. Like, you feel me? Like, I can't let you do no harm to me. So I have to harm you before you can harm me. And at the end of the day, I stand by that because I'm one of those people too. And then the thing about over the weekend, when he fought his artist.
Oh yeah, his cousin.
We found out that it's his cousin. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, back to like I said about Will Smith, it's a time and place because it looked like they was ready to go on stage to do something.
Yeah, they looked like they was in like an arena.
Yeah, like they was ready to go perform and you just turn around and straight mop this man. The man mopped him back though. The man mopped him back. Baby was ready to slide, baby, until them securities came in.
And I just feel like, you know you in the public eye. You know you in the public eye.
When you're a public figure, you gotta watch what you do. At any given
time, like somebody wanna be like, oh look, I got this video.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you gotta remember that. You gotta remember that even when your emotions get the best of you, cause like it could have really been some real shit today was cause family will take you there. You know, the people that you care about the most will always get you worked up way more than anybody that you don't care about. So it's like, I get you being angry enough to do, but this is not where you.
Exactly, it's the type of place you could have hollered at when y'all left and y'all could did that. The same way how what else did the baby do?
But also, if you get me fucked up.
Yeah, because me personally, I want to I'm a type of person that I can argue with you over the internet anyway. If I see you in person and we already said it's on site and we gonna do this, I'm gonna get on your ass. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a threat. Just like when they was at the bowling alley with him and his Danny Lee brother. If you watch Bad Boys, shots and like Bad Boys on Zeus, make sure you go get Zeus and go watch that because
it's good.
Was it the first or the second episode? It was the second episode, I think, when they went to the bowling alley. And in the midst of that,
was there.
Yeah, that situation happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
they had their own drama.
Yeah, and they had their own drama going on at the time. So that just blew the whole mood. And I feel like with that situation, he wasn't wrong because you already, when me and your sister got into it, you was causing threats to me. And you walked up to me first.
Well,
I'm over here shooting a whole video.
It's different though. Again, that comes into the time and place thing. Because you're here they was at an album release type situation thing I'm about. And I just feel like you already know. You pay these people to protect you. You got people that's your boys with you. You already know what it is. If you gonna fight that man, y'all share family. Y'all are family.
That's
so
what
you know what I'm saying. But like that's what I don't like because at the end of the day, y'all still like that's his niece, that's your daughter. Y'all still gotta be able to be okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Danny Lee brother shouldn't have walked up to him.
But who's to say he won't walk up to be like, hey bro, I know da da da. But I
don't approach me because the last time we had words, you was threatening me. So you walk. That's like me and you getting into it. I see you out. You gonna be on bullshit if I just come up to you because you're gonna think.
But I ain't gonna swing. I ain't gonna swing first. So for me personally, I I check body language to see, you know what I'm saying, where we going. And some people can keep their composure real well until they in the mix.
Right.
But I always check body language. I always watch surroundings and all of that. And if I feel like I'm scared of you or something, like that would make me react before I, you know what I'm saying, before I be chill on some like, what's up?
Not even. If we already had words and that's you come down with me, I'm gonna already figure in my head you want to fight because you already made it. Like we already got it.
So if you with a gang of niggas, why would I come up to you and think that we ready to shoot the fair one? They're like,
don't even approach me.
But that I feel you. But at the same time, like we grown, like. You gotta know, like,
and then, like you said, it's a
like place, life, I heard you talking, but I done been with you.
Yeah, but so no one never approached me though.
Not
on no ill intentions. You feel me? No ill intentions.
It'll be like, oh, I see you, you see me,
right?
And it's never that.
It's never that. But if it was that though, yeah, you're not ready to walk up on me. If it was like, if you're not ready to walk up on me and ask me nothing, no female, because I'm a fighter, so I'm always feel like, oh yeah, you on bullshit, so yeah. Because when I see a person that already got into it with, and we out in public, I'm already on 10. I don't care if I'm drunk, I'm on 10. Like you feel me, I'm gonna be on 10 regardless. So if I see you, exactly. So if I see you walking to me, and like you said, if you with a gang of people, and I'm by myself, I'm not even gonna walk into you. If I was him, I'm not. I'm not gonna let you a different.
That's why I'm saying. Like, the baby should have judged the situation better. But, again, you at a party, so it's probably been drinking, smoking. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, I'm on your ass. It probably was more so that. But I feel like if we all sober and a bitch that said she wanted to fair one with you and we're somewhere where this ain't a situation where you even want the people in here to view you that way, I don't think you gonna respond that same way.
Before you do anything, I don't go in the public anyway. Like when I'm out anyways, I always. And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like you would have been like, are you trying to holler at me? Let's go.
Yeah, we can leave out. We not really fighting for all this. Because, first of all, I don't even like to be around. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if I'm going to fight you, I don't want a big crowd. Because
I don't know.
This new generation, for real, this new century, is all about recording. Like, when we was younger, we used to record. I ain't gonna lie, we used to record, but it's like, now you guarantee if fight going on.
No, I had to tell you, bitch, I don't know.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like, now it's just like, that is too much. And I don't like too many people because when there's too many people, don't break shit up. Like, you doing too much. You don't know who might could hit you. And
that's don't touch people that's fighting if you not with the people that's fighting.
Exactly.
If you can't say, hey, it's me, and they can recognize you, or you just somebody that know them, your ass gonna get beat up.
You gonna get hit.
Don't touch me.
Cause don't touch
me. I'm already riled up. And then I feel like if you touch me, you might be trying to hold me down.
Yeah. And then it was even more funny because they slipping and sliding. Y'all don't even got bowling shoes on. Y'all there fighting on the bowling alley with regular shoes.
Even when you got the bowling shoes on, you still will slip and slide.
Exactly.
Get loose.
That's the wrong place to fight at. I'm not doing it.
And that's why they was looking dumb.
Looking like they was fighting for their life.
We gonna go to Miss Megan. Miss Megan, Mr. Tory Lanez. And with the best friend, Kelsey. Kelsey been quiet.
Kelsey don't never say nothing. I think Kelsey took that money, baby. She said, you don't have to pay me.
So for all of y'all that don't know, Meg, and I don't know how you don't know, but you might not know. Meg went on there and talked to Gayle, Oprah best friend. They had a little, a powwow about the situation that's going on, which is weird because they're still in court.
Exactly.
And she basically
because everybody keep harping about how Tory tweet and stuff like that. That's different. He did no interview. He did not get in front of no camera and do no interview.
He did definitely say some shit though.
He said what he said, but he have not got in front of a camera and did no interview.
Well, you the defendant though. How can you? Because now you going on here and the thing about it is I feel like Tory is smarter than what Meg is. Not to say like he's smart in the situation where like you trying to accuse me of something and I like that ain't what went down.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, like when she got on there with Gayle, she told Gayle they won't in an intimate sexual relationship.
Yeah,
she said that she admitted that she lied first off. So to me, as a person, like if you lie about that with me, you won't lie about this.
Exactly.
Third of all, like you crying, but it didn't feel genuine. And I'm not gonna say it felt fake, but it just felt like I don't want to talk about this. I'm emotional.
It's some
but it
stuff
didn't
missing.
feel like
It's some stuff missing. It's some stuff missing. I really feel like it's three sides to a story, and that Kelsey got that real story, but she's not gonna talk.
And I ain't even gonna say it's three sides because everybody was drunk. So I feel like in that case, it's four sides to the story. It's all of their sides and the truth of what really happened.
I really don't feel like Tori. I feel like if Tori really shot her and he acted like he really didn't shoot her immediately, like you said when we was talking behind cameras, they was all drunk. They intoxicated.
They admitted it.
So if the gun was put out and they was tucking over the gun, I don't think he really boom shot her. So I feel like it was an accident.
She said she wanted to leave the party. What was insinuated by Tori, if I'm not mistaken, was that like he was there, he was pushing up on Kylie because Kylie was single. Because we ain't gonna drag Kylie right now. She was single. He was pushing up on her and shit. Meg put kind of peeped and was like, "Oh, I'm ready to go." So they all came together and they was in the car and they had this altercation because she said this on Gail, like, I'm in the car, I'm ready to go. Nobody else wanted to leave. So that is what started it. Mind you, it's liquor involved. And who knows what other fucking drugs, because the people got money.
Exactly. And that's like us, like, bitch, why you ready to leave for? Like, damn, you blowing it, we having fun. You barely like.
You got all this bread. You could have said, security, take me home. You ain't have to make them leave. But that is what leads me to believe that you were sleeping with this man, because that's the only time when you, like, if I see something that I don't really peep in the pot, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Yeah.
We might have that, like, back and forth, but at the end of the day, if I'm really trying to leave, I'm gonna go.
Exactly. What we'll tell you. Alright, let me know when you get home, or text me where you going to, wherever
and
you
be like,
going
damn,
to.
that bitch doing it. Like, why she
Exactly. But we ain't ready to fight and tussle. That's
Right.
like if me and my fiance out. Shit, if he ain't feeling the vibe, boy, I'm ready to go. Alright, boo, come on. If I'm too drunk and I'm like, oh, it's too many people in here, I'm ready to go. Motherfuckers look at me, damn, boo, it's time, but alright, come on, let's go. You feel me? Because I'm not feeling comfortable.
But she said, she claimed that there was never a relationship between them. So it's no come on boo, because there's no relationship.
Exactly.
If you're claiming that, so then
so they must have all rolled together.
That's why they was in the truck. And I feel like what really went down is everybody drunk, and in the midst of the drunk is, oh, I'm going da da da. And it's like, what the fuck, you got the gun? Everybody grab the gun go off, you get shot. Because that is what how Tori basically gives me the vibe that it was like she was drunk, she pulled out the gun. And her best friend grabbed the gun like, bitch, what are you doing? Like,
and he grabbed the gun too and like, y'all chill out type shit, and the gun went off. So now you saying that I shot you. One thing I don't like about it is, I don't care. I'm not saving nobody ass when it come down to my life. I don't care if I got shot in the kneecap, the ankle, anything. If a person shot me, I'm not going to get out and say I stepped on glass.
Right.
I'm going to say, give me an ambulance, I'm shot.
Especially if I'm drunk.
Or if I'm drunk, baby, I'm going to be Google Crunch. I'm shot. I'm ready to die. You feel me? Yeah, I'm going to be saying, someone just shot. I'm going to say anything. I'm not ready to save nobody ass and then, sit on anything. This nigga shot me.
And then this one blows me because
she
said, I got the text messages. Well, Kelsey text my security. And she
that funny. That was when the pandemic was going on, right? And it was in the summertime. There's no way. Oh, yeah, they was in LA too, so LA time is different from ours.
Yeah, but y'all was all in LA.
I know, but that's what I was saying, because I already said at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they switch over.
No, if it was 7 o'clock in the morning in LA, sun would have been up. Sun would have been up. It's 7 o'clock. When that video came out, it's dark. It was 4 o'clock in the morning.
She said it was helicopters and everything because they called the police. She said she didn't call the police.
The neighbors
called the police or whatever. And like, if you are in a gated community and one of these high society areas and you hear a gunshot,
you gonna call.
It's not like being in the hood and they letting off and you like, fuck it, party. It's not that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna call the police.
But all I'm saying is, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, it'll be daytime. That video, when she was walking out and she did have her hand up, it was dark as a bitch.
But, so look, when they walking out with their hands up, the police and shit was already there.
Yeah, I know.
She said she hadn't realized that she had even got shot. And then she said when she realized she got, like, it was a bullet, she got shot. She said she stepped on glass when they all came to confront her and asked her what was going on. This is my bits and pieces. This she ain't call me and tell me. This is what I put together from all of their stories. And Kelsey kind of just giving the vibe like I don't want to say too much, but she also said on there that Tori was like, please don't tell nobody I just got $1 million. $1 million. Who quit?
Just.
Who ain't got nothing that we know about?
And one thing about it, her and Megan is not friends no more either. She took the Michael side, she give me that, she took the hush money, baby. And whatever went on, I feel like she took the hush money because I don't got no problem. It's not that, you feel me? I feel like it's more.
That's what I'm waiting for her to come and say whatever she got to say.
Yeah.
They're gonna, like, you were there, you were present, we gonna indict you. You got to come get on the stand. Why would you not? Why would you not? Because and then said,
they've been friends for years.
Yeah, that was her go-to person in all of her first videos and like all of her hotties that she had. That was her girl. Like that was her best friend.
So
and then she said she did sleep with him, but I just feel like
they did sleep with her.
I'm not
they wasn't best friends. They wasn't cool because during the pandemic they was on live. Everybody was peeping in the shade room. Everybody was peeping. They told him, okay, she ain't with Bag no more. Now she all on live twerking for Tori and all this and the pool and shit. Y'all ain't had nothing going on.
I don't buy it.
Cause if y'all in the party,
I don't bet it they didn't have sex. I bet it they weren't in a relationship. And
cause why did you mad that you didn't know your best friend if you not with him?
The story was supposed to be that he slept with the best friend.
He said that he had both of them.
Yeah, he said that. She said she never slept with him. But why you
who was there? Callie, right? Won't Callie Jr.
I said that he was hitting on her. That's why Meg wanted to leave. That is the
so he was hitting on Callie or he was hitting on
Jenner. He was hitting on Kylie Jenner, like he was pushed up on her.
Oh, I thought he was messing with. I thought he was hitting on Kel.
No, Kelsey, no, they was all there. Meg seen it. It was like, bitch, the fuck.
I'm ready to go. Why would you try to hit on Callie?
Like this nigga got me fucked. Like he got me fucked up. I'm ready to go. And then I guess they all got together in the car, and that is where shit went down. I just felt like in the midst of that conflict, my reaction would have been, I'm not ready to pull out no tool on you. If you don't want to leave, I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Exactly.
If I was Kelsey in the conflict, I would have been like, look, I don't got shit to do with this. Like I don't got shit to do with this. But obviously, you got
something to do with it.
So
y'all not friends no more.
So.
And then, and
if I was Tori in the mix, I'm single, bro. Like, why? What is this?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna go back with you because we cool, and I really don't want to fuck the vibe up. But for real, and once you start whoop de whoop, and I feel like you get in, you know what I'm saying? You doing too much.
I'm gonna just have me a ride home.
I'm gonna skate. Y'all take the whip.
Exactly.
Cause y'all got money. No, that is broke. No, that is stuff.
Not even that is more of the fact that right after that, Callie and them.
I'm hot, y'all.
Me too. You want to turn around?
Hi. You can turn around.
You closer.
But you can turn around. Last time I tried to turn the fan on,
it almost failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like the best friend took the money because she don't want no parts in it. I don't got to do this. They already had, the best friend have said something on Instagram, but it won't nothing much. Like, she know.
It was kind of like bitches always want to say that.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just more the fact, like, I feel like at the end of the day, the best friend took that money. I don't rock with neither one of y'all. And I just feel like, if Tori really
wash her hands with it.
Exactly. I feel like if Tori really did it intentionally, you are delusional for you lying. Making it like you didn't do it. I don't
feel like anybody said, bitch, I'm ready to pop a cap.
Somebody said, he said, bitch, dance.
Nah, that's off of Harlem Nights when so off.
Oh, yeah, I hope they don't do that for real, because that's doing too much.
But I just, like, in that conflict, there was so many ways that it could have went different.
Right.
But in most conflicts, it's always a way, like, shit could have went different. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that you're in a conflict, like, you know, from anywhere from your friends to the dudes that you messing with to your family, like any conflict, it's always multiple roads that you can take before it goes left. And in those instances that we talked about, most of them took the wrong road.
They took left. Instead of going right, they made the left. Right. They went too far.
And they really just overreacted or let their feelings get the best of them. But I mean, most of the time when you are heated and you're mad, that shit clouds your judgment.
Right.
So it's not
Facts.
too much common sense or what I should do. It's
or what I should say.
Right, because when you get to argue with somebody, you been to left and be like, oh, I should have.
Man, what?
I
should have said this about that bitch.
That's what make you argue with a bitch again.
Yeah. Because I
you
ain't
be like, hold on.
And bitch, fuck you too. And that bitch.
And your fucking mama. Where ball head at.
You feel me? Like, I gotta come back and say something because I ain't hurt your feelings like I really want to hurt your feelings.
You gotta
hurt a bitch feelings when you want to get raw with it sometimes.
And it's really real, you know.
But,
so, we talked about them. So, what personal conflict do you, because you know how we do. So, we gotta take it, run it back. So, what personal conflict of your own do you want? Because I don't really have a lot of conflict. My conflicts always be like disagreements or arguments. I never really get too physical because I'm the type of person that if you put your hands on me, I feel like you should die. We grown and we're not kids. This ain't no slap, patty, pat shit. If you put your hands on me, I think that it's time for your family to bury you. That's my personal feelings. That's why I don't ever really take it too far.
I ain't got in conflict in the I mean, I get in arguments and stuff, but I mean, personal conflicts, I just, maybe because bitches be hating. Like, these bitches be hating on me, y'all, like, so
Cheers to that.
They be hating so bad, you know what I'm saying? So, most of my, I ain't gonna hold you, most of my conflicts be about niggas. And then, or if I say some shit and the bitch is mad, out of 10,000 people that said something, when I say something, they want to get on my ass. So now I gotta get on their ass. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it just be more the fact, like, I think about the conflict that I did have, it was like, that shit was whack. Like, I remember one time I got into a conflict because me and this girl got to arguing on Facebook. I forgot. It's so old, y'all. I don't even remember why we got to arguing. But I told her, like, bitch, I'll slap the shit out you. And she like, well, bitch, come do it. And I'm like, girl, you pregnant, go eat you some food. This bitch like, nah, come slap me. So
do you really want to be slapped?
So I went to go fight her. Why she was pregnant.
See, and then, so when my mama,
and that was fucked up.
So when my mama always told me, right, I'm gonna run it all the way back. I was yay high to a grass top. I was probably like 12 years old, 11, and I got into some shit, you know, by way of school drama, that kind of thing. I don't really remember what it was. But my mama always used to tell us, like, you don't go to drama. If somebody really got a problem with you, they go.
And see, that was my problem. I always went to them. Like, you tell me to pull up. Like, I done grown so much because bitch want to fight. You tell me to pull up. I'm coming to you.
Girl,
you know what I'm saying? Until that one. And I didn't even learn my lesson when I went to the projects. Mama was so mad ass.
You been got shot, girl.
She told me and my friends, don't kick your ass around there because one thing about it, them projects, they beef among each other before outsider, they gonna get on your ass.
And they will.
Child, I said, Mom, we going to the movies, we be back. She said, alright. Next month she came in there when she ready to go work, we on the bed, we aching. She said, y'all bitches went out there and went to go fight, didn't it? I said, yeah. She said, I told y'all ass don't kill your ass on the motherfucking projects. And that was so long ago, I don't even remember why the fuck we got to arguing and got to fight that day, but we try to sleep on them though, y'all. We try to sleep on them. We was on some shit like, yeah, we gonna make them like think that we ain't coming. We gonna come right there like at 9 or 10 o'clock. We do bitches up. We like, we around here. We think we sweet. Outside, post with a brick set, taking pictures. Them bitches ain't out here. Them bitches ain't out here. Girl, the boy we know rolled on the bike. We back to school. He like, which time we like, we waiting for da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, they ain't even right here. Within 2 minutes. I'm like, somebody walking. I see somebody walking up the street. You know how, like, when you in a movie, and the movies be like, not us in the movie, but like, you know, you watching a movie, and it's like somebody going in, just look at each other like, fuck it. But when I say that one person came around the corner, then the whole motherfucking project came around that corner. I'm walking the front, I look at them, I said, we gotta do the fuck. We here now, we can't run.
But you better fight.
We gonna look like some pussies out this bitch if we leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, most of my conflicts, like, we argue, but it's like, I'm the type of person, like, I done fought people. I don't hold that against them. Like, we're grown. You feel me? Like, we fought it.
That's the difference. Like, her attitude and Matt. Like, if I get to fighting with you, bitch, I don't like you ever. And like we can
still be friends with them on Facebook.
We can never be cool. And every time I see you afterwards, I won't. Like I said, I want blood. Like, I just don't feel like who. Because I like. And Who the fuck are you to put your hands on me?
Right.
I really feel that in my soul, like, and maybe it was because, like, as a kid, like, my parents ain't beat me and shit. Like, I ain't, like, nobody ever put their hands on me. So it's like,
oh yeah,
for you, an outside motherfucker, to
touch me, think
about touching me. Like, that's the thing. Like I said, like I was going to tell you, like, the wildest thing that I remember from being a kid, because I was such a hothead back then, like the preteen, that kind of thing. I'm in the house. I got into it, whatever. We out in the county though. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, come to my house. They all pull up on their bikes and shit. And I'm in the house.
A lot of kids for real.
Yeah. While they come, girl, I open the door. I got the biggest fucking knife in the kitchen. I'm gonna stab you bitches. You got to die. You gotta die. So I come outside. I'm with the shit. My brother like, give me that. I won't let that bitch go. When I wouldn't let it go, he let me the fuck go. I'm all in the yard. Cause what the fuck? Come up here. They like, oh no, she crazy. It is. I want you to die. Like, you want to fight me? I want you dead. I want your parents to cry about you. Like, that's how I feel. And I've always felt like that. That's why, like, bitches be with that rah. Like, I will never exchange. Like, that is why I am how I am. Like, I can't go there. And every time that I get, like, real mad, I don't remember nothing. Right. Like, when I say, like, now, you know how you get drunk and you be like, oh, I was blacked out. And I remember bitch, I remember nothing. I really turned into a whole, like, and that's why I can't let you take me out of my square.
Right.
I want you to die though. Like, they never fuck with me ever again after that though. Got to school, they was like, oh, I heard you crazy. It is. I will poke your ass. I will poke you, bitch. I got till I was around like 22. I always had a box cutter. I always had a motherfucking Swiss Army knife. I'm gonna poke your ass.
I think I get my violence from my mom, because my mom, when she was younger, she was really
You gotta go.
People gotta go. She was born in New York, so you know.
Oh no, my mama with the shit.
Yeah,
my mama would get a back right now. She with the shit. My daddy,
like,
headbutt niggas knocked them out with the shit.
My dad is complete. My dad talks shit. Like, I get my talking shit from my daddy. Like, CP is a shit talker. You feel me? Like,
now CP don't go
talk shit, but my mama. And it's like, but this is the crazy thing. My daddy family are fighters. My daddy just not a fighter. Like, my daddy was one of them niggas back in the day, get money. He was a little cute, so I guess you could call him a pretty boy back in the day. He wanted to get money, get
I'm
black.
just out here to be
my family though, my uncles, my older cousins, all them bitches and niggas, they rumble.
I feel like I might be your daddy in my family, because
you feel me?
My brothers go get with you, like, go get with you. You know what I'm saying? But I think when my mama was such a hothead, because she was like, I beat niggas up for my brothers. Like, I fought for my friends.
But that's me. Like, so, I'm the type of person, like, oh, I always tell my friends, win, lose, or draw, you ain't gotta argue or tussle with no bitch. I will fight that bitch for you, and I was mad at bitch for you. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You know what I did that day. So look, my mama was 30 when she had me, so we gonna just leave that there. So about 2 years ago, during COVID, it was a whole little shit.
I remember that, y'all.
And my neighbor across the back was crazy, nuts,
delusional.
So she came out on bullshit, and she threw some shit at my nieces or whatever. Imagine my nieces was what, 17 and 16 at the time, and I'm with my older niece and I'm with my adopted niece. My older niece was probably 20 some, and my adopted niece was probably like 19, 20. Right?
Nah, she was in her 20s. She just was 21
She probably was like 20. So we all coming. We just got out the car. We ready to go kick it and chill, whatever.
Do whatever.
And so I go in the house. I come outside. She wanted $1 from my nieces. They teenagers. So I'm like, don't fucking talk to them, bro. Like, we already told you anybody got no bread for you. Go and take your crazy ass on. She started throwing shit from off her porch.
Like, she wanted to hit a bitch.
So my little niece went in the house and told my mama. I'm already on bullshit outside because I already had an attitude problem. I was going through something. So I'm with it. You got to die. You got to die. You got to die. Like, that's just how I feel about shit. So I walks in the house. I come outside. They said I had a broom. I remember having a knife. I probably had both of them. And I get midway. They said I had threw the broom across the thing. I look over my 17-year-old niece out her shoes. My other niece right here ready to go. My mama behind me on shit, like on bullshit. Man, we was gonna take it to her ass.
I take it there. See, my mama never See, it's so crazy because my
Don't
mama,
ever
she
think
was
that
a
you come
fighter and
one
all
way.
that shit. You feel me? But my
You
mama
come
always
in
was the
10.
person like, if you fight, you better not come in this bitch. Because I was like, I was the person that, oh, I'm pulling up. Oh, I'm pulling up. I'm a bad meal away. Because I want to
My mama
beat
used to say
their
that
ass.
too. That's why I was like, I don't
My
want
mama
to
only
you
took
gotta
me
die.
to one fight in my whole life of me fighting, bro. She took me to one fight and she told me, she said, I'm going to take y'all over there and y'all better not come back with no scratches, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
want to fight so
y'all want to fight so bad, y'all
bad?
keep asking me to go. I'm going to drop y'all off. Call me when y'all finish. Y'all better not come in this bitch with no bruise.
And see, that's my problem. When my nieces used to get in shit, oh, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start swinging on bitches too.
Because one thing about it though, bro, like, I don't know.
And it's so crazy.
I'm the
I
only
don't fight
child.
when it comes to other people. Like,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily gotta die, but we gonna work your ass.
Yeah, like,
But like with me,
that's me. Like, and one thing about me, I can take an
you
L.
going to hell.
Like, I can take an L. Like, so I didn't.
I'm a sore loser, baby.
I didn't beat
You
so
gotta die.
many bitches up in my time of me really fighting. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you mature and you don't fight like that, I feel like you lose your touch. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you're
I
fighting,
want to get in a fight to see if you still got it.
no, it's like work my ass. I smoke too many blacks nowadays. You feel me? Like when I was younger, I was one of them people like, oh, we fight, we fight again, like right then and there. But now, oh, you got it.
Catch me
You
tomorrow.
feel me? You got it.
Catch me next week after
Auntie old now. You feel me? But it's like, yeah, like
I ain't even old. You just outgrew it.
I outgrew it. So it's like I feel like now you really have to take me because like me, I'm really a calm person. Like y'all know I previously told you I love drama, but I don't be in drama. I
love drama too.
You feel
Other people drama.
Yeah, so it's like, but I can
me.
go like if a person was to call me right now, I can argue with them, but I can go 0 to 1,000 so fast.
And that's not like that. That is why I
like. And it's like when I'm there, it's like I don't give a fuck. I will hurt myself. Like I remember one time a person pulled up to my house, me living here, a person pulled up to my house, whatever, and I just went off. You feel me? Like this why this mark right here is still because I banged on my wall and I banged on the thing that you put in the wall, and I was bleeding and everything. This like feel it.
I see.
You can still
you can still
feel it.
Oh, you might got something in there.
Yeah, like it's like an ingrown wound that don't go away.
Scar tissue.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I can get so mad because I feel like I want to be like I'm gonna beat the shit out you because you got me so mad.
You got me so fucked up.
You got me so mad. And most of the time, like I said, I can argue with you all day, but when you tell me to pull up, we ain't doing no talking when I get there. It's straight. You feel me? I came here for a reason, so I'm coming here to do what I gotta do. I'm gone.
Just know we 19 cars deep, bitch, and we going. I'm not pulling up, though. I don't worry about me, cause you're gonna die if I ever pull up. It's a homicide. I'm going straight to jail like this. Bitch dead. I don't want to be like, oh, we got him.
Like, have you ever gotten into a conflict with your, with one of your friends or a family member and it got like physical?
As a kid,
we
gonna rumble. I never wanted them to die though. I just wanted to beat them to fuck up.
Yeah, because you my family star. I can show you something.
I don't want to die, but y'all got me fucked up. Like everybody always say like, oh, you was a crybaby, you was mean, you was spoiled, you was this, you was that. Like if you know me now, none of that shit. You can't even imagine it. But it's just
that comes with you being the last child.
But it wasn't even that. I just felt like it is me. Don't have me fucked up. Like I'm a Virgo. I'm very headstrong. When the shit, I only speak on the shit that I know.
Exactly.
So like, don't try to tell me no other shit because you got me fucked up, and I'm definitely gonna be like, bitch, you sound stupid. So that hurts people's feelings.
Yes.
So like with my cousins, and not like my cousins, because they used to do their own thing. I never used to be around those cousins, but like my cousins by way of family members and like married cousins and shit like that. We rumble. But like when I remember going to 5th grade and being like, I don't want to get in no drama. That 5th grade year, I still wound up getting a fight with like one of the girls I call my friend. I got in a fight with like 2 of my cousins that used to be around all the time. Love them. Some count. And 6th grade, I was like, I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that no more. And I had to I threatened the bitches like 6th grade. I remember threatening her because they called her mama. They told her I said some wild, crazy shit, which I did. I told that bitch I was going to bang her head in the lockers until she could pass out and was unconscious and her brain was coming out.
Bitches got...
I said, no, I was...
Not even being funny. I got to fight one time at elementary school. Y'all.
I'm a wild boy. When I talk that shit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say some shit that make your mama cry. Like, you're gonna do what?
Like I got this fight in elementary school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
I knew that
that
shit.
was my first. That was my first
Elementary
fight.
school.
Elementary school was my first fight. I was in the third or fourth grade. The girl was mad about. I don't even remember why she was mad.
I got sensitive.
But I know this bitch took her motherfucking clip-on ponytail off and thought she was gonna run over me. I grabbed that bitch by her neck and slammed her. You feel me? Got on top of her and started working up with my book bag on and everything. Like, don't think because see, I always been laid back. You know,
we gonna laugh.
We gonna laugh, we gonna play. I always do that. And I think she had said something smart, and I said something like, just because y'all don't know me for real, y'all don't see me argue and all that. I know we in elementary school. You don't really see shit like that too often. But you got me fucked up. Who you think you ready to run up on? You think because you from Walmsley, no. She was from Walmsley. She thought she was from there, that she was that. Like, bitch, I will work your little skinny 2 feet ass.
The only reason I had an argument that 6th grade year was because I was, you know, talking to little boys, whatever. Like, I won't even know no shit like I want a boyfriend. That was never me. Never me. Still ain't.
You know what's so funny though? I ain't really started fighting for real till I got in high school. Like, I got to fight in.
I was past fighting back then.
Like, no, I got to fight in elementary school. And then it's like my 9th grade year, that's when I really had to show, like, that's why so many people, like, that was my time, that was my prime, you feel me? So like, that was my time, like, oh yeah, so like, my high school years, in and out of school, that's when, like, my 11th grade year, I didn't really get to fight as much in school, but I didn't get to fight outside of school. So it's like, when I got, like, 15, that's when I really started crumbling. You feel me?
I was past that point in my life. I had other shit going on.
Yeah, like, so, like, that, and you know, I'm the only child, so I'm like, I can go talk to my older sister, and she's like, girl, fuck them bitches, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mama.
It's so crazy, because my sister, I was 20 something. She was like, where the bitches at? And I'd be like, oh, no, you crazy. And my brother, so let me tell you, wait, I gotta cut you off. Let me tell you about my brother, because you know he quiet, Slim. You know he quiet. He don't be on no bullshit. That nigga knock your motherfucking head through the wall real easy. Keep walking. Go play basketball or something. This boy called me a bitch on the bus. When I got to 6th grade, he was in like 8th grade. And I was like, a bitch? Like, you call me a bitch because you wanted me to sit down in my bus seat? Like, oh, I got something for you. So I got off. I told my brother, he like, alright, I'm coming to the bus stop. Come to the bus stop. Next morning, a little Hispanic dude. He was like, yo, let me holler at you. So the dude was like, yo, what's up? Cause like they play basketball. He was like, you call her a bitch. He was like, oh yeah, cause his motherfucking front teeth was hanging out his lip was hanging down, blood was leaking, and my brother was like, yeah, now who a bitch? He was like, I'm sorry. And after that, I was like, I'm never telling this nigga nothing again. And I legit didn't. I never told
you know, I'm not close to family, so it's like,
my brothers is wild.
When I grew up fighting, it was like me and my friends. Like, my friends, they still my friends now, and we was growing up, they'll tell you, like, we got in shit because of KP.
Yeah, we already know.
I was the shit starter. I was the drama foul one. You got in shit because of me. We out there, bitch. We was young. Them bitches ain't give a fuck. Them bitches ain't give a fuck. They was with it. We was with it, and that's what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? It was just that. We rumbling. So, I done got into it with a boy when I was pregnant in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm pregnant with Kai. And I think he used to come around to irritate me and ask for people's shit. And I was like, that girl gonna eat her food. When I say I was so mad, I ended up throwing the milk at his ass. I called my baby daddy. I'm like, this nigga be fucked up. Then he was on the phone coming like, what's going on? So he didn't say he ready to come to the school because you and some boy got into it like, one of my baby daddy. When we was I'm gonna call my baby daddy. You feel me? Because that nigga, he don't play. Tahim do not play. Like, when I say like Tahim, like, he come from a family of fighters too, so that's why I be tripping off my son because my son, like, your mama and your daddy some fighters.
And what are you doing? Maybe you take after your daddy.
And he no, you have to see to carry my daddy and ask you together. Like, that's my son's best friend. Like, they act just like no, let me tell you how my daddy got. So, like, the last time my daddy had watched both of my kids with me, right? He in the backseat with the kids. He's like, King, My dad's side of the family calls Takai King. That's everybody's nickname for Takai. It's King. You feel me? My dad's side of that nickname, that's his nickname.
That's their first grade?
Yeah, like that's his nickname, King. We call him Kai, you know, my mom called him Poo Poo. So, he like, King, I'm gonna make a different name. What's Nunu boyfriend, what's Nunu husband name? Cat like, I don't know, Papa. He like, King, what's his name, King? What's his name? You fat. Drake Maya was older with me. You fat. You act like you want to tell me his name, but you was telling me his name when you said he was gonna beat you. You was telling me his name. Like, my dad is a shit starter. Like, why do you keep asking my son what's somebody else's boy?
And why you telling me? Why you trying to curry? Because he both.
Then when Cal was little, y'all, he sat right there and snitched on my daddy. Like, straight told his nana. So his nana like, oh yeah, Papa Corey got a girlfriend. Ooh. So my daddy said, yeah, you snitched on me. You ain't coming with me no more. You ain't coming with me no more.
Should have never let him see it. Because the kids don't tell it.
But
I think Maya gonna be your fighter.
Maya, yeah.
Because she talk a lot of shit. I think Maya's gonna be your fighter. I think that's just what it is. And I feel like when Takai probably get like 12 or 13.
Because he's so quiet and he goofy. People gonna try to test him. And I feel like one thing about it, him and Maya gonna always go to the same school until he graduate and, you know, go to a different school. But it's like, Maya not gonna play by her brother.
Absolutely.
At the playground, remember like, what did you say, Kat? What did you say, Kat?
Yeah,
oh, that girl said that. You feel me? Maya is gonna be the one. And the one thing about me, I don't play with my daughter, but when it comes down to my son, and there's no favoritism at all. But it's like I know my son. My son is not no fighter. So you try to, oh, come on, we going outside. And you better beat his ass, and he better go get his mama. I'm gonna do with both of my kids.
I'm a boxer.
Yeah,
he's so goofy. He been the bust out there.
Yeah, like he don't. My son really don't care. Bullshit. Like and I know it's sad to say, but you not really play with none of that at all. I'm gonna be that mama that's coming outside. Yeah.
I don't feel like that's wrong. I just feel like
I ain't gonna fight no kid though.
You gotta set boundaries for people in general. And
we gonna be the people like, oh yeah, don't fuck with Kai and Maya because they mama crazy.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, and you know.
And I'm gonna say your ass quick. Go get your motherfucker. Mama gonna be mad. Go get your motherfucker.
I'm talking about the kids' mama.
Yeah.
Go get your mama. Gonna be mad when she get beat the fuck up by my mama. So leave me alone.
And one thing about it, it's an army behind them kids. Any of these kids that come around from me and any of my friends, it's an army behind them. So I feel like y'all should just tell y'all kids like, don't fuck with our kids. Like, don't fuck with our kids. Because we coming with loose screws for real. Like, we don't play about them babies. We ain't play about none of them babies. You feel me? Like, just go ahead.
And they spoiled and they bossy and we still on bullshit.
On bullshit.
Period.
Like,
but yeah, like my conflict, my high school conflict that I got into was with this girl. She was my friend. The bitch was a hypochondriac and a fucking liar. And I used to always be like, oh, I'll bust a bitch head for you because that's how I am about my people. So, like, we wound up being at odds or whatever. And she tried to play me. She tried to, like, I get to school, I used to get there early because I used to come from across the water. Mm-hmm. And I was going to a Southside school. So I'm like, I'm here early. Shit, ain't nobody here with the motherfucking staff or like 2 other kids. So I get there early. I'm in the auditorium. I'm chilling, like, doing homework and shit that I should have been
doing the night before.
Chilling and shit. And she come in, she talking, running her mouth, but don't see me. She like, yeah, cause that bitch Tia da 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 da.
Who? What's it?
So who you talk about? So at this point, all the buses coming in. So I'm like, well, who the fuck you talk about? Cause like, don't play with me. Like, you know me, bro. Like, don't play with me. You already know, like, I don't be with the bullshit. But if you bring it to me, I'ma handle it.
Right.
And if you put your hands on me, you gotta die. So it's like, what's up?
Don't put your hand on my aunt because she's gonna kill you.
You gotta die. And I'm gonna go to jail. And I'm cool with that. Because I know I'm not gonna start it. So
right.
That's the difference. Like, I ain't no shit starter and then be like, oh,
playing victim. That's what I hate about people. Don't start no shit and then play victim. Because if you said it, you said it. If you did it, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Don't play victim with nobody.
Oh, girl, but look, she did. So she was like, I ain't say that. I'm like, bitch, I heard you say that shit. Like, you tripping. So the girl was like, so I don't even get out y'all know how the roads is when you in school and you sitting in the seat. I don't even get out the road because there's people in my row now. I walk across the seats at this point. And I'm almost to her, and the girl I call my sister, she comes to me And she like, what you doing, bruh? I'm like, I'm about to beat this bitch ass. So she like, oh, you mad as a bitch? I'm like, nah, let me go. Like, they pulling me. Like, almost had me in between the rows on the floor. I'm like, alright, I'm gone. I left. I get out the aisle. When I get out the aisle, I'm ready to break on their ass and beat the fuck out of her anyway. But before I could break, I had the shoestring book bag. The security had me so tight. The shoestring was around the back of my neck, low key choking me and shit. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to class. I leave, I go to class. Why the fuck the girl call my sister beat this bitch up in the classroom they was in? I'm so mad.
Cause you didn't get a taste of it.
But why the fuck I got put out too?
Oh no.
So
because I got the argument or cause she beat her up.
So she beat her up in the midst of the I don't even know they got in a fight. Until I look out my window and I see the bitch ran out the building. I'm like, what the fuck? So they like, oh yeah, somebody come in late. They like, bitch, you da. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm mad. I'm steam coming out my ears because I want this bitch. Like, I don't fight people. But I wanted her so bad because like, don't fucking play with me.
I hate when the bitch play my face. Don't play my face.
Girl, here comes security. Oh, they need you in the office. So I'm like, alright, like I know I ain't did shit. Go to the office. She's in the office. So I'm like, bitch. This principal like, what? I'm like, oh, my bad. We sitting in the seat. She walk out. She tell me, she like, yeah, she came in the classroom. She was like, yeah, because that bitch won't do nothing. And she was like, yeah, I told her. I stopped her. And she was like, bitch, she ain't stopped nothing. She was like, so I beat the fuck out of her. Like, as she should have. I wanted her so bad.
He's right there.
I wanted her
That's
so bad.
He's right there for real.
I'm glad we grown now. I remember that shit. I used to get so like people used to make me see red, bro. Like, and I knew once I started like people. You know how people like, oh, I see red, like legit. I see red, and then like I'm blacked out after that. That's why I don't like go there. But I wanted her so bad. That was the last time I really got into it where I wanted to put my hands on somebody because I don't feel like. I personally feel I treat people how I want to be treated. I'm not gonna put my hands on you because I don't want nobody to put their hands on me. But I wanted her so bad. She had me so fucked up, bro. Like I still ain't had a bitch had me that fucked up since then.
Cause you feel like she played with you because you my bitch. So why you coming to school talking shit?
I mean talking cash shit about me. Like I'm like who? I'm like, bruh, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, I'm coming across the beach. She could have dead ass stood up and rocked my ass. Because I'm walking across the seat. You know the seat used to flip up. I put my foot on the seat, pull it down, stand on the seat. I'm coming across them bitches. I get like 2 rows there, man. They had my ass. I wanted her so bad.
I was on the aisle running on the bitch. Boo, 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 boo.
She could have did me.
Fighting in school is the worst, though. Because them security guards be doing
breaking shit up.
I remember one time I got to fight in school. I was in... Ninth grade, and the security guard told me afterwards when I was in the little room or whatever, he was like, I knew y'all was gonna fight. I let y'all fight because the girl was walking around the school looking for me before I even got to school. Mm-hmm. So he was like, she was looking for you, so I let y'all fight. That's why I ain't coming towards the end of the fight when y'all broke into the classroom, because it's like, that would make me like.
I almost got into it with a
alright, so like we basically got into it over the weekend because her people was wanting to fight my sister, and I was on bullshit. This until it was popping, so I'm on talking shit on Twitter. Me and the sister go to school, so she like we get into it. So I'm like, alright, I'll see you in school Monday. What had me fucked up was at the time me and my mom we had moved, so I was going across the water, but my aunt would drop me off at school every morning because they wanted me to take the bus all the way from Chamberlain to Southside.
Right.
First of all, trick is beyond trying. I'm not catching up us anyway.
Yeah, so, you're gonna try to say.
Yeah. So,
I got a young thing.
So I get in text with Quay and them text me like, no, it's Quay there. Quay won't right there when I get the fight. It's somebody else right there. My other old friend text me like, where you at? Such and such looking for you. I'm like, oh, I'm coming. I'm on the way to school now.
On the way.
So then when I get into school, Tyann tell me like, oh yeah, Shawty girl walk up to me looking for you. I'm like, where's she at? Because you don't gotta look for me. I'm coming to school. I ain't no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna find me. You don't gotta. That would have me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat this bitch ass because don't go around looking for me. Don't do that. Because now I feel like you doing too much. Everybody walking up to me, asking me. Then you go to my nigga at the time, putting up. I'm like, oh yeah, where your girlfriend at? Oh, I'm right here. So in the
that alone is ready to make you get your ass
whooped. You not ready to play with me like that. When I say the hallway was so clear, it was me and my 2 friends, her and her 2 friends. Out the mix, I come down the math hall. You see them? I'm like, what's up? Like, what's up? We square, we start fighting. You feel me? Like, yeah, because you got me fucked up. Don't go around looking for me, bitch. I was coming to school. I ain't ducking shit.
Yeah.
Who you playing with?
And that's the thing I think is because, like, I never, like I said, I'm not a shit starter. I always be like, oh, I'm going to defend myself. I talk shit. I talk shit. But I'm not going to start no shit. Like, I ain't going to be like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm not that. Like, I'm going to talk shit. And most people get offended when you just generalize.
And most people get mad because you don't allow people to say whatever the fuck they want to say to you. You think you gonna bitch me or you can talk shit to me, but I can't say what I want to say back to you. No, we gonna argue in this bitch.
You know what I used to do in school? I used to get to argue with niggas, right? So this gay dude, and this was my dog at one point. We in class, like, no, we was going, I'm lying, we weren't in class. I was skipping homeroom. I'm in the hallway, I'm running my mouth, da-da-da. So, like, we used to talk on the phone all the time. And I had, like, this crush or whatever. So, I'm on the phone, I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah, your crush sex is a bitch, da-da-da. So, I'm like,
stop
yeah, he is, but you know he ain't like that. He was like, shit. They was looking at me, and I was like, that's nasty. Like, I'm fucking 13. Like, that's nasty. Like, love is love now. But then I was like, so, like, that's what people tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's fucking nasty. So he like, oh, you trying to be funny? So I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny, but these are boys that like girls. They don't like
that's
you.
That's nasty.
So you wilding for even sitting right here saying it. So I get off the phone. Call the other girl that was my friend that knew I had a crush on the dude. Told her some whatever she told the dude I had a crush on. So we get off the buses or whatever. We in the bus. We get ready.
Approach the other dude.
He like, why you on the phone talking to me talk about me to a gay dude when you know like gay dudes and I'm like, first of all, like, we're cool. Like, I got a crush on you. You know I got a crush on you. I know I got a crush on you. I don't want to act on it. I just like you from over here. We're cool. And like,
that's my friend, so I can talk to my friend about whatever I want to talk to my friend about.
So he tells me, like, he just said that I was trying to put him down and I was going to see if he liked it and just shit that never happened.
So I would have cussed this ass the fuck out.
Everybody go home. I'm like, word, I know you late every day because you don't live over here. So I'm like, that's okay. So I'm at the bottom. I was going to Thompson. I was at the bottom of the steps.
Oh, you was at middle school.
Yeah, I was at the bottom of the steps downstairs. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for him. So he get out there. So I'm like, so what's up? He like, what's up? Already on bullshit. I'm like, why the fuck would you call so-and-so and talk about blah, blah, blah? And why would you say I said this when you know I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't said no shit
but
like
it's just me and him in the hallway. Like, the bell get ready to ring, but it's just us. So he like, you know I ain't do all that, but you coming at me all crazy. So I'm like, and I am, because you got me fucked up. Like, don't put me in no shit. Mm-hmm. You know, like that, whatever. The bell rang. Boop, the door open up.
He started going berserk, trying to make a scene. I had a bitch that want to sing. If you quiet right here when it's just me, you don't get hyped up when
I tell you, snapping, going crazy, going nuts.
Because now I got a show, so I got to put on for this show.
So I'm dead ass.
I would be like,
wait a minute, I'm dead ass. I'm like, you weren't doing all that before they got out here. She like, yeah, I was, bitch.
Who? What's up?
Bitch.
Took the back off. What's up?
Straight. What's up? Look, they coming, like, motherfuckers coming down the steps. They're like, coming out the doors. They like, oh shit. So I'm like, so what's up? The teacher is in between us now. So I'm like, let me talk.
Let me talk.
No, this is what I'm saying. Let me talk to him, cause he got something to say. That's what I keep saying. He got something to say. I'm going off. So the teacher like, I'm my daddy's child. I'm abnormally strong when I'm mad. So I'm pushing his ass back. The teacher. So security got him. He ran it. All I see is arms. Man, I break past the teacher. I get up on the security guard. No, look, when I get up on the security guard, another security guard yoked my ass. But I was in the floor. I'm like, get the fuck off me. They like looking at me because
you never know the girl that's doing that. So it's like,
he was so fucked up. They gonna call me to something. Why you do all that this morning?
Nah, bitch. Why you do all that? Why you do?
I said, you know what? I'm gonna let you.
We ain't
I said
friends
some
no
very
more.
obscene, rude things that you shouldn't say to people of the community, but he had me fucked up, and I hung up the phone. And when I seen him at school every day after that, he just and they never try me no more. Cause like I said, when I get mad, I'm not me, bro. Like I'm really not, and
I never saw you mad.
Yeah,
I never saw you.
Cause
mad.
I always be like, I get irritated.
You never would have seen me mad.
No, not for long. Just irritated a little.
Yeah, like girl, why the fuck did I?
Yeah.
But nah, never see me and act like, alright, come on, y'all, we're gonna go beat this bitch ass. No, never seen me like that. Cause I'm not that person anymore.
I don't get that man no more. Actually, like I know how anger affects me, and I cannot do it. And I just be thinking like about all the conflicts, and like I still have a good head about myself, even when I'm highly emotional, and I always be trying to walk away. Like I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Cause what, like this don't solve nothing.
It don't.
And so like in my conflicts, like that is where I'm always at the end of like.
And then sometimes I think about that thing like we fight about dumbass shit.
Bruh. And I always be like, this shit don't even matter.
It don't make sense. Like when you think about it, like if it's not really a real purpose behind it, it's no point.
Most of the shit that you get into a conflict about
is never.
It's most of the time it's a misunderstanding.
Yes.
It's never like we highly disagree or nothing. It's a misunderstanding.
See me like people always say when I get into it with people, it be over texting. And so it's like
I told you about texting.
That's already said. So it's like I'm gonna feel like, oh, this bitch coming off, so I gotta come off too.
Right.
You feel me? And that's all my shit always been over the internet. So it's like we're texting, like that's texting.
Talking that shit.
We
talking that shit. Like you being a bitch because you being a bitch.
Especially when you typing in all caps. Oh, bitch, you yelling. Like I was at my orientation day and the lady said, "What is this email about?" She always texting in caps, like she always yelling. Like, so I know I'm not the only person that think like, oh, when you talk texting in all caps, or when you put certain words in caps, oh, you're being aggressive, you're yelling at me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So like, that's how you're taught. That's how you taught English.
Fuck.
You know what you mean when you say something. But we gonna wrap it up.
Thank y'all. Make sure y'all tune in, hit that subscribe button.
Go follow.
Go follow the Real Only KP, 2 A's, 2 P's _
Yes, Pretty Red Tia, 2 D's _ Tia. And go look, tell a friend, and tell a friend, and tell a bitch that don't like us, subscribe.
Come check us out.
Follow.
I mean, it's not about it. You feel me? I like this topic today. I would like that because about conflict, like, people, we all get rowdy sometimes.
And
you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
And y'all can catch us. And y'all know what y'all gotta go check out? What is it called?
The BBO 804 on Instagram. My fiance and CEO versus the upcoming rapper. You might know him. If you don't know him, check his YouTube out. Check his Instagram out at CEO _verse. And check out EDDA _ Don. He was a special guest. So if you go back to episode 2 or 3, 2, he's upcoming business. He got his own business stuff. Make sure y'all go.
Go follow them. Go check it out.
Go follow them.
I really feel like y'all gonna like this.
Y'all gonna like it. Y'all gonna like it.
It's spicy.
It's basically like kind of like a Bad Girls Club, but it's not Bad Girls Club. It's the Bad Bees only of 804. We have all flavors.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Go do that.
Y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, and their YouTube channel is coming soon. So we here.
Go find the page so y'all can see.
And go follow the Market site on Instagram also.